I think the police
Okay.
are fucked up towards black people.
I like your braids.
Thank you.
Exhibit had braids.
First, I'm going to go to you, David. And this film does such an incredible job of taking on conversations that need to be had, that people need to hear, and it does so with humor, which is a great way to implement that. And I wonder if you would comment a little bit on, using humor to take on subjects that people need to hear.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been my instinct is to go at even as an actor going after dramatic things is like finding the humor in those. So that's always been my kind of instinct as a person and as a performer. And I think funny stuff just opens up the room. It opens up the windows. It lets air into the room. And I think it's just necessary that we all just take a step back and laugh and then go back at it again, and then let's have another discussion.
Yeah, great, thank you. And Julia, your character Shelley just really steps in it throughout the entire film. She just isn't getting it until there's that moment where Amira confronts her and says, "You are problematic." Yeah, I wonder, would you talk a bit about having that conversation or hearing that from this character, Amira, and shooting that scene with Lauren?
Well, it was actually, it was a very well-written scene. And so it was, I'm not going to say easy, but it made it possible to step into a very intense feeling of sadness and regret. And that's how she feels, and she's properly gutted by what Amira, played by the wonderful Lauren London, says to her in that moment, because it's the opposite of what her intention was, and she was just so clueless. And I can't imagine being told that by somebody that I love, except to say that I try to imagine it in the moment.
Yeah. For sure. It's really poignant. It's well done.
Thank you.
Yes. And David, I found it interesting. So Shelley gets this talking to, but Arnold doesn't, and he is equally problematic. I will say that scene at the piano is hilarious because it's so cringy the way he's singing. And I wonder, at what point do you think Arnold kind of catches on and, learns that he's part of the problem as well?
I don't know that Arnold does.
I don't think he does.
I don't think Arnold does. I think Arnold doesn't see a problem anywhere. There's no problem. So there's no problem to be solved. He's not part of any problem. She's not the problem. I mean, there are obviously problems that we're having here, but it's nothing more than a dinner conversation, I think, to him. Like, he's just very easygoing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, Julia, would you just talk kind of generally, just working with this incredible cast, and then also with Eddie Murphy, who you were on Saturday Night Live with a while ago.
Yeah. Well, it was a joy, and that's this cast, and Kenya drew me to the project, of course. It's a very rich situation creatively that was so enticing. And to work with Eddie again was just hilarious. I can't believe we've been in the business so long that, it felt like when we saw each other, it was like a high school reunion of sorts, So it was a real gift to be able to be a part of this endeavor.
It was great for me to work with Eddie again, too, because, of course, he was Scully on the X-Files.
Yes, I'm recalling.